Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Gilded SMP. I'm standing here today because a lot of things in this island are going to change. There's a lot of things happening. First thing is that this building is going to be torn down and moved. So I'm going to do that, but first, I'm going to show you guys the amount of stuff I had to get for this building. You can see all of those shulkers, plus that red one over there. These are all the buildings we're going to do. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus we're rebuilding the hot air balloon one. So 6. Ooh. So we have this. Honestly, the worst was all the glazed terracotta and the normal terracotta. And the crimson wood. Oh my god, I forgot about the crimson wood. This is probably the worst building. We have a little thing over here that isn't really a building. You might be able to guess what it is, actually. This is another big building. And then this is not for the building, but we are building another one of those guys. Oh, I have to go grab iron trapdoors. I will do that. You have this building with more terracotta. This is one of my new favorite buildings, I think, because I love how the colors turned out. Why does it always rain on this server? That's fine. And then we have this building, which I also really love. You can maybe tell what it's about. But let's actually go grab some iron trap doors if we have some. We might not because I'm using some iron trap doors in some builds. Also, we have puppies. They're not mine. Don't worry about it. Iron trap doors. We have 37. Definitely won't need that much, so that's great. So I guess let's put this back. Or put this here. And let's get started with tearing this lovely hot air balloon shop down. We gotta get this thing out of here. Okay, that took a little longer than I expected, but I was also trying to not lose any blocks, hopefully. I really don't want to go and grab blocks. This is just for the ground. But we've torn that down. And now we have to get on with building 6 things? 7 things, if we count this guy. So we're gonna get started with the air balloon shop. And just gonna go from there. I don't know if I'll check up on you, but I guess you'll see. So let's play some music and get started. Hello everyone. If you haven't clicked away, you're hearing me speak right now. And I say if you haven't clicked away because I know how many of you guys skip past the time lapses, which is like fine, but also like, hey. Most of my videos are about building. I'm mostly here to yap because this video is kind of short and this time lapse is very long. It's actually as long as the song I use for my time lapses, which is never true. I always have to cut it. But yeah, I'm just here to yap because it is officially crunch time. It is the end of the season. And my brain honestly is already with other projects. I have 2 or 3 projects in the works. Some are ready to go. Some aren't. Some I literally just need to record the video. Like I have everything planned and I just say just record the video. That's like the biggest part. Anyways, the end of the season is coming. After this video, there will only be 2 more like big official Gilded SMP videos. There will probably be also maybe 1 or 2 bonus episodes of me just talking about some things that didn't quite come to fruition, or just some clips of me messing around. But I'm just so excited. Also, I mentioned this later in the video, but these builds are literally the last builds in the city. The last big builds. I might add like a bench or two, but the last buildings in the city are these buildings. And as someone who's worked on the city for weeks, maybe months, I don't know, time is fake, that feels crazy. That I will never have to build a building in it ever again. And I'm so also grateful for that. So now that we're on the last build, which is this lovely shop, by the way, I'll have to talk about it more in the episode. I don't know, I just wanted to talk to you guys. Just wanted to yap, so you could enjoy the last of the music, and then I'll come back and talk to you guys more in the actual episode. Alright everyone, we are back, and we have finished the city. We've finished with the builds, and we've finished the city. I don't think I said this before, but these are the last big builds of this city. So without further ado, let's look at it. It's kind of a lot, but let's go on the ground floor and kind of talk about them a little bit. So let's go with the order I planned them in, maybe. This was the first build I planned. I kind of wanted like an old style, more old style of building, because these feel a lot more modern to me, and we wanted the transition from modern to kind of like older style buildings, I guess. So we have this, which is really, really fun. I love the color palette. And we got to use some prismarine and some fun blocks, like note blocks there, and some glazed terracotta. I think that's the cyan one, but it turned out really good. And then we did the stuff at the top here that we did on a lot of the buildings over there, because it just looked kind of empty without it. The next, oh, I guess we should have started with this, because this was already planned, but we just moved the balloon shop that was over here, mostly because from, let's go in for cam again, this view, when I had built these two buildings where the balloon shop is now, it looked really cluttered because the balloon shop it doesn't really frame things well like rectangular or square buildings do. So it just looked a bit odd, so I switched the places. Also, these buildings were not planned when I built this balloon shop, so that's why there's this little chain that you have to fly down, fly under. We added another one of these trucks here with a little mini trailer here. I don't know if there are trailers with only two wheels, like, in the middle of the trailer. Feels like that wouldn't be great, but it looks good in Minecraft, so yeah, the idea with this is we go up to this shop here, and the person running the shop, or the people running the shop, would come back here, get the balloon all set up for you, put it in the truck, and then they'd drive. This would open up, and then they would drive to the trail down here and to here, and they would kind of get the balloon set up to go up like that. And then that's the idea with that. And also the area behind the balloon shop was real empty, so I didn't want to build a building. So I built a truck, which we have over there as well. The next one up is this blue building, which we are actually going to talk about over here, because this I kind of made to be a transitional building, because I did not realize there's a lot of, I mean, I did realize, but I didn't realize, this is a lot of orange and then yellow, and then yellow, orange, and then red. So there's like blue there, or gray. It's like a very neutral kind of color. And then a bunch of yellowy reds, and then blue. So I tried my best to transition it using some banners we have across that are like clotheslines, and then it's also adding some on the edges of the building, and also adding some white and black for some neutral colors, if that makes sense. And then we have, oh, there's also some fun stuff down there we can go look at in a second. Then we have this crimson building, which I wanted because I really just wanted to build with crimson planks. Because listen, okay. When I look for inspiration, I use Google and Pinterest. When you look up Minecraft Crimson build or Minecraft Crimson wood, it's something with a texture pack that makes the crimson wood bright red, or a modded wood that is bright red, or red terracotta that they call crimson. And I'm like, no. It's like nowhere I look. There's like some crimson builds on Pinterest and Google, and they're just all out of crimson, which wasn't. I was looking for like a block palette with crimson, and I could not find it. So I did this, and I think it works decently well. Um, I just really wanted to figure out how to use this crimson wood that isn't crimson and is like purple for some reason. It's fine. But I think it turned out great. This one and this one, I think, is my favorite. This one gives me a hard time in my creative world. So what did I just do that? Ah, what happened there? Oh, we have to. I waxed all of these signs. Okay, I don't know if I did that. We'll see in the video, I guess. Um, but have I talked? Oh, I have not. And our last building is this one over here, which is another kind of corner store bodega shop thing, very similar to the one in that corner. I don't know. I just wanted a shop. We have the balloon shop over there, and then the trail shop over there. It felt weird to put like a normal building right next to this abandoned factory thing. So I built a shop. We gotta add some stuff to the signs and also wax them. You gotta do that. And then these, we did banners. It's the honeybee bodega in my head, but that's a lot of letters to spell out in this format or this format. So you guys know what it's called. Actually, can we fit that here? Honeybee bodega. There we go. And we'll make that glow later. But just a cute little honey shop, and then there's this area at the side with our classic banner we have everywhere, and just some bees, and then a little double door so none of the bees get in, even though they could just fly around in there. But you know, it's it's the thought that counts, I guess. And that is it. That is the city done. Will I maybe get on the server at like 3 a.m. and add a bunch of armor stands and maybe some little details? Probably, and then I will update you guys if I do that. But right now, all of the big, time consuming, chunky builds are complete. Are 100, maybe like 99.9% done. Also, we need to add some texturing like that over here because I definitely didn't do that because I forgot. But our city is done. And that feels great to say. It feels absolutely fantastic. I also think it turned out great. Definitely some things I would change now, but I love it. I absolutely am in love. Let's just take a quick little walk through the entire thing. This is the other store I was talking about, which is the Sunny Grocery. This is fantastic. We're gonna actually go down this way and then down this road, which is I called it the longest road, and I don't know if it is actually. Let's see. I think it is because I this is not the longest. Yeah, I was afraid that this might be the longest road. It is not, which is very good because now I'm not a liar. We have the honeybee bodega, and then these little classic buildings, which I love so much. And also, we need to put a guy in here. Glad I didn't put a guy in there over here. Also, let's see if it gets dark enough. This building feels really dark, but Lightly says nothing can spawn in there. So, we're trusting Lightly. But I think that is gonna be it for this episode. The city is done, and it's raining. Because it's raining. The city is done. Next episode, we are going to work on getting a bunch of hot air balloons done, hopefully, or if I give up on hot air balloons, a bunch of islands. And then the episode after that will be my final episode on the Gilded SMP server, which will be very interesting. So, I think that'll be all today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!